Okay, well, we've just had a fantastic speech by George Osborne and a great discussion. George, you made this point about the fact we're moving from the politics of prosperity to the politics of austerity. Now, is this just about the issues that we're talking about? Is it about the policies we need? Or is it also about a different kind of dialogue between government and people?
Well, I think it's all of those things. I mean, I think we have to accept that the country has lived beyond its means and government has lived beyond its means, and we have a very large budget deficit. I mean, that is a large and inconvenient truth at the centre of British politics. And so going forward, when we look at how government interacts with society, how we promote good education or a welfare system that doesn't create dependency, we have to have a regard for the cost of these things and make sure that we get maximum value for money. You can't ignore the fact that the cupboard is bare, and that will, I think, cast a shadow over British policy making for many years to come.
In your speech recently in Birmingham, which I thought was a fantastic speech, you recognise that part of the reason we have the problems we have is that ordinary people themselves have borrowed more money than they could afford. So there was an issue about our own personal behaviour. So do you think this politics of austerity is also about politicians finding the kind of courage to be frank with people about what this is going to mean for the way that we live our lives?
No, I think that is absolutely true. I mean, if you think about it, there were three groups of people or three organisations that borrowed too much. Corporate Britain, including the banks, borrowed too much. The public borrowed too much. Household borrowing was higher in this country than any other Western economy. And government borrowed too much. And all three now have to deal with the problem. Now, I think politicians do need to say to people some of the expectations they've had. For example, that you could get a 100% mortgage and not leave a deposit on your house, or that you don't need to save very much during your lifetime. These assumptions, I'm afraid, are not true. And we need to challenge people and say to people, we need to help you, yes, get into home ownership or help you save for your future. But the money for nothing culture has come to an end. And I think the public understand it and they're ready to hear from political leaders about that.
George Osborne, thank you very much.
Thank you.